Have you ever wondered what wild mushrooms are out there for you to eat? You're out there in the woods. Deer season is rapidly approaching. You're scouting, you're checking your food plots. We've been out there finding some of those mushrooms. They're amazing to cook with. Welcome back to Teach a Man to Fish channel. Let's go ahead and get started. So you've made it back to hunt camp or to your kitchen from being out there in the woods, and you've harvested a bunch of chanterelles. We'll go into later in the video what to look for when you're looking for these chanterelles. They do have some lookalikes that won't necessarily kill you, but they can make you sick. So you've got to know those characteristics. And you can see there we're actually doing the cleaning, getting the little bits and bugs and leaves and sticks off of those mushrooms, and conducting a final thorough inspection to make certain that the species that we have is not a jack-o'-lantern and is in fact either a cinnabar chanterelle or a golden orange yellow chanterelle. So you're actually in the dog days of summer. The garden is winding down. This is exactly the time frame when the mushrooms start to pick up. You actually want some of those wetter. On the East Coast, it's hurricane season. It's bringing the rains in. As a matter of fact, we just dealt with Little Debbie passing through. And it's the perfect warm environment in the low-lying areas for those chanterelles to start to grow. Once you know what you're looking for, you really don't have to worry that much. They're easy to identify. Not too many lookalikes. We'll talk about some of our other favorite mushrooms that are out there. Look for these, harvest them, and bring them back to the family. Be prepared to find bugs and sticks and insects all throughout the mushrooms. That's what you're cleaning off. These are surviving on the forest floor, and everything else out there is trying to find them and eat them as well. We're not the only ones hunting mushrooms. You don't even want to think about what industrial factory farms are growing your mushrooms in. This is by far a more natural and cleaner process than what you'll find at the store-bought mushrooms. Even the water that you wash these in, don't waste it. It contains the spores. Go find another spot in your hunting grounds and throw that water out. It will make new mushroom fields or beds for you. We're going to use our trusty cast iron in order to brown this meat and do the majority of the cooking in it. We also chose to do this cooking on a portable gas grill just because you can get the example of how easy this is to set up and do in deer camp as well. Put in half a white onion. Next, throw in a couple of cloves of garlic. And if you like any of the tools or equipment that we use in this video, for example, this awesome garlic peeler, there will be a link to Amazon in the description down below where you can go to order this. It makes it so much easier to prep up garlic. After you sweat those onions and that garlic for a bit, you're going to drain off the fat and liquid out of that browned meat. Everything is better with bacon. Go ahead and cook up about 2 or 3 pieces of bacon that you're going to dice up into small pieces. Here's the exciting part. Sweat those mushrooms down, simmer them down to get some of the liquid out. Once that's completed, go ahead and combine the rest of the ingredients, and we're going to share a couple of secret items here with you. Don't use any salt in this. You can pepper to taste, but that salt is put in with that better than bouillon. You add a good solid umami effect. There's plenty of salt in it, as well as in the soup mix that we use. Be careful with how much of that soup mix you put in. The more you put in, the saltier it's going to get. I only use about a half a packet. Add in water and let that simmer for a bit. While those flavors are marrying, let's go ahead and add in another secret ingredient. That bourbon adds good oak flavor, and of course, you've got to have a little bit for the cook, too. So what we've got here, we found this out in the woods. This is a cauliflower mushroom. It's a perfect replacement for noodles. We're kind of watching our carbs right now, and we're going to use this rare treat. It's hard to find. They say that it's pretty rare, but we've got a secret spot where we know where these grow, and every now and then we go out, pick this up. It's a perfect replacement for the noodles. That's another indicator of an edible mushroom, although none of this is 100%. Do your own research. Find other people who can help you identify these mushrooms that have more skill than you. But if you find life living on, around, and near those mushrooms, that's an indicator that it's possible that it's a safe, edible mushroom. I can tell you it's a little easier to start the cleanup when you're out in the woods as well. With this cauliflower mushroom, there's quite a few more folds in it, so I spend a little bit more time cleaning it and soaking it. We're going to wind up blanching this, so it doesn't really matter how much water it soaks up, but I do that until the water pretty much runs clean.
Now when you're just starting out and learning what mushrooms you want to get access to, that you want to look for, gather your resources together. You've got mushroom hunter clubs, you've got social media groups out there. You can post pictures. It's a really welcoming community. They'll chime in with advice, confirm whether you're thinking right or wrong. But somebody much wiser than me on mushroom hunting recommended this book, The Rain and All That It Promises. I'll put a link down below to Amazon where you can go to get it. It's a handbook, fits nicely in your pocket, and you can confirm while you're in the field the characteristics that you're looking for. It'll help keep you safe.
It truly is amazing how much these cauliflower mushroom bits end up acting, tasting, and feeling just like the texture of egg noodles.
We all get real nervous about being out there and harvesting those mushrooms. It's just in our nature to be afraid of we know there's toxics out there and things that can kill you, things that can make you very sick.
Definitely something to consider when you're walking back. Even the areas that you've been through once already, your view changes with every step. And I'm even picking up on mushrooms that I just walked past. Didn't glance in the right direction at the right time, didn't pick up on it. It's like it never stops giving.
In actuality, with a few mushrooms, it's very easy to identify. For example, you've got lion's mane. That is one of our favorites. There is no lookalike. Once you know what a lion's mane mushroom is, you cannot mess it up. Same thing with chicken of the woods. A real simple mushroom to identify if you know where it grows, the color, what it looks like, the stage of year that it's in. You're not going to make a mistake. It's worth harvesting.
Ah, that's a nice looking patch right there.
Chanterelles, there's a couple of lookalikes, but with a little bit of skills and looking at, you can safely harvest this, bring it back, feed it to your family, and it's all natural goodness just out there waiting for you to harvest.
This is another concept that's directly at the root of Teach a Man to Fish channel. Learn these skills, become independent, self-reliant, and nobody can take those skills away from you. We're going to take some of our homegrown red habanero fermented sauce, dribble that on there, give this a little bit of a kick, and I think it's just going to add the right level of spice that we like in our food. If you want to learn how to make this sauce, we'll put a link right up here where you can go and click and learn how to make that fermented hot sauce.
You would not believe how much those are like noodles, especially when you're watching your carbohydrates. It's just like egg noodles. That's good stuff. So YouTube says that this video is perfect for your viewing habits. This is my latest upload, and over here is a playlist you might just enjoy. I hope you liked it. If you did, please click like, subscribe, share, and come on back for more.